Friendship breakups. Let's talk about it. It happens, it's real, and it hurts. I know, I've been there. So, I'm going to share with you a few ways that I coped with healing from friendship breakups, and maybe this can help you too. Because guess what? It can happen to any one of us at any time in our lives. So if you're currently going through one right now, struggling to get through one that has happened, or if you encounter one in the future, you can use these tips to help you to heal from it. So tip number one is to understand that it is perfectly fine to grieve the friendship. It is fine. Whether it was a long friendship or a short friendship, the fact that you feel some type of way about it means that the connection and the relationship that you had with the person meant something to you. So it is fine to feel emotions about it. If you feel confused, if you feel betrayed, if you feel hurt or angry, whatever it is, if you feel like you want to cry, whatever emotions come up, the thing is to process them, release them. It's fine. Don't care if anybody's saying, girl, why you upset? Girl, why you crying? This. Don't listen to anyone, any of that. You're human, first and foremost. So honor your human self first and know that it's perfectly fine to grieve and feel the emotions that you're feeling. Okay? Because guess what? The sooner that you release the emotions that you're feeling, the sooner you will heal and move on from it. I'm telling you, this is facts. Get it out, release it. If you need to cry, yell, scream in the pillow, scream to somebody. Well, not just anybody, but if you need to vent to somebody, that's what I mean. Do it because they hurt, especially when you're blindsided. It hurts even more. So get those emotions out, my dear friend, and release it. You're going to be fine. Let it go. Okay? Tip number two. Tip number two is to understand that people change. People change without your consent. People change overnight. People change without notice. And sometimes people just decide that they don't want you a part of their journey anymore. And you just have to be okay with that. And it's hard to be okay. I know, especially if it's a case where you were a big support system to this person, or you were that friend that was there. You helped them through their toughest times. You helped them out in many different ways. And that loyalty, you were down for your friend. And then they just walk out and they're just done with you like that. It hurts. But guess what? Humans, you can't control them because human beings, we have a mind of our own. And we have to understand that before someone is your friend, they're a human being. And humans are filled with emotions, and you cannot control how somebody feels about something or what they want to do. So knowing that as a fact, people are human, they're gonna change their mind whenever they choose to. It's a harsh reality. Very harsh. Very harsh. But I think it's the most important thing to realize in this case is that people, they're gonna be people. Before anybody is a friend, they're a human being first. So realize that and accept that as soon as possible. I know it's hard. I know. But the sooner you accept that reality, that's going to help you in your healing. Cool? Tip number three. This one is really tough too, but I have to say it. Sometimes people are not meant to be on the entire journey with you, right? So they're in your life for a season, whether it's been 15, 20 years, 25 years that you've had this friend, or it's a friend for just a couple months. whatever it is. Like, people are in our life for seasons, and sometimes God lets them walk out of our lives because their season and their time in our lives is done. So we just have to accept that their time in our lives is done. And then sometimes, we just can't understand it. Like, how can this person who I've been there for, who I've been so loyal to, like, why did they leave my life? You're questioning God. Why did they leave? But God knows why. And guess what? Sometimes the best friend, the good friend, the loyal friend, you never know if that friend was an enemy. If they became a new enemy in your life and God was like, okay, this person is no longer good in your path, my child. I'm going to get rid of them. I'm going to let them walk away. I'm going to let there be a fallout because they are no longer good for your journey. Because let me tell you something. Secret haters are real. And sometimes they're the people that are closest to us. And that is a very hard thing to accept as well. It's hard, that part. Secret haters, the close haters. Okay, it's real. So just know that sometimes people time in your life is over and you just have to let it be. It's a purge to accept new relationships in your life, new friendships, to honor a new season, a new level. That person had to go. That friend had to go. That friendship had to end because there's something new about to happen in your life and you need space. That person needs to clear that space for where you're going next. You need that energy out of your life for a transformation to take place. So I know sometimes we don't understand it, but you see, God knows the reason behind everything. And this is hard when you form a bond with somebody. And it's even harder. Let me tell you this. Watch this. It's even harder to heal from a friendship breakup when you're blindsided by the whole situation. Like, when there was no fallout, and I'm telling you because this was a situation that happened in my experience. My two best friends suddenly stopped talking to me at the same time. We didn't have a fallout. We didn't have an argument. We didn't have a clash. There was nothing that happened. Nothing. Nothing. The only thing I can say is that months leading up to the final day of cutoff or the major cutoff that happened, I felt my intuition was like something is off with just the way the conversations were happening. It was kind of like, when people starting to push you off, that kind of thing, and you sense weird vibes and, you're trying not to look too deep into it because you're like, oh, maybe they're having a bad day or they're dealing with, something. But deep down, something was telling me that, something is getting ready to happen. And lo and behold, I got this feeling, say by June, I started to feel this way. And by, like, say October, it was a wrap, like a random wrap, meaning like no phone calls answered, no text message answered. I don't know what happened. I am confused, out of my mind, blindsided. Friendship for over 15 years. Okay. So, sometimes another thing, people are going through things, they're going through personal situations within their lives and themselves, and they just don't want you a part of it. Like, their way of dealing with it is to cut you out of the picture. So again, we cannot control how people deal with situations. We cannot control people. But sometimes that friend is like, listen, I just don't want you right now in my life. I don't know if I'm going to come back and want to be friends with you, but I don't need you in my life right now. And they just kick you right out. You've been loyal all this time. They just kick you right out like it's nothing. It hurts so bad. I know it hurts so bad, but we just have to realize what has happened, accept it, and heal from it, right? So people choose to do what they want to do, and we can't understand it, but life goes on. Life goes on. You got to move on with your life, and don't be chasing and holding on to somebody that doesn't want you to be there, because guess what? I also realized that we are our space and our time or presence in someone's life. It's not a guarantee. Like, we're not entitled to stay in someone's life because you've held them down for a while, or you've been loyal, or you've been good to them, whatever the case is. Like, you are not, your place in your life is not entitled. People can choose when they want to dispose of you, and it sounds so harsh to say that, but when I finally realized that, I started to look at every friendship after that situation that happened to me. I started to look at friendships differently. Yeah, your space isn't entitled. The length of time you know somebody and what you've done for them, it don't mean diddly squat to some people. They just want you out of their lives. And if you've had a fallout, that hurts as well. They just don't want you a part of their life. Now, if you see that it's a situation where you're trying to rekindle the friendship and it's not reciprocated, remember, it has to be a two-way street. You cannot be the only one that wants to fix what happened, right? So, say you want to fix the friendship or reconcile, whatever the case is. If the other person is not giving you that same energy, my dear, it is not worth it. Friendship is a two-way street. It's a relationship between two people, right? And if they're not giving you the energy that they want to be your friend anymore and they're done with you, leave it at that. Yes, it's gonna hurt. Make it hurt. Let it hurt. It's gonna hurt, and it's fine. It is fine. Accept the hurt, deal with the hurt, process the hurt, and realize, listen, okay, this person is done with me. So be it. I'm gonna have to find a way to pick up the pieces and move on and continue with my life, because they got rid of me, and clearly yeah, they don't want me a part of their journey. They don't want me a part of their picture, and it's fine. I'm going to move on too. So these are my tips on how to heal from a friendship breakup. I hope this helps you. I really, really hope this helps. So don't stress about it. Let your healing process happen. For some of us, it may take weeks. For some of us, it may take months. For some of us, it may take years. I hope, I hope for nobody it takes years, because people will be living their best life and not thinking about you grieving a friendship. Remember that. So the sooner you heal, the better it's going to be for you. All right. So I hope this helps you. And yeah, you got this. Heal, girl. Life is out here to be lived. New connections are out there to be made. New friendships are waiting to be birthed for you with new people. New sisterhood, new friends are coming for you. Okay? So hang in there. Keep being the real, authentic you. And the people that are for you will be drawn to you, and you will form new friendships. You're gonna be good. Bye.